What's going on, brethren? It's your main man, back on the scene with another video. If you're new to the channel, I would appreciate it if you smash that like button and subscribe. It will be greatly appreciated. Let me roll this back because I was reading through it. Sogynistic, yeah, and I said it wrong on purpose because Mama YouTube. Influencers are trending right now. Diffusing their message is a complex task. Shut up. And CNN is definitely far left. And I have to reiterate that I'm no fan of the far right. There's always some weirdo. You're just the right wing. Shut up. I don't care about neither one of them. Fan to no one. And, they have a picture of Andrew Tate. After Kevin Samuels passed, it seems like he rose to stardom. And that's how it goes. Just one guy moves out the way. Another one fills the void. So I'm not going to read the whole article. I'm going to jump in a little bit. Andrew Tate, the professional fighter turned media personality who earned the ire and admiration of millions of his viral rants about male dominance, female submission, and wealth, is everywhere these days. It doesn't matter that the so-called alpha male podcaster who openly advocates violence against women, I don't know about that. In fact, I don't know about any main channel that promotes violence of any sort other than self-defense. So, they like to throw that stuff in there, and they keep pushing and pushing it, and then eventually people believe it. That's an old totalitarian tactic. You keep telling a lie, and eventually it becomes true. It has been banned from every major social media platform, or that he was kicked off the TV show Big Brother for violent and hateful behavior, and had his house raided as part of an ongoing human trafficking investigation. He told Fox News Tucker Carlson he was the victim of a swatting attempt. They're going to have to give me more info on that. His ideas have already taken root in minds of countless young men who see him as a role model of masculinity. Before it was taken down, his TikTok account racked up about 11.6 billion views. Social media spaces dedicated to teaching have featured accounts of students as young as middle schoolers parodying his diatribes and harassing female classmates. Rashes of sexual harassments, I said it wrong, in schools in the UK and Australia have been blamed on Tate's influence. Here we go. Keep telling a lie enough, and people will believe it. He's not the only one either. So-called male supremacist views, my God, they laid it on thick, have surged on TikTok and podcasting platforms, with personalities ranting about the rights of high-value or hyper-masculine men. That's a swipe at Kevin Samuels, obviously. So they're watching. Those that they define as wealthy, confident, influential, sexually dominant, and entitled to subservience from women. Well, let's keep it all the way a buck. Women don't like weak punk men. They do not. And I'm gonna check out this video. I want you guys to listen to this chick here. She's a lesbian, and she went undercover as a man, and a lot of stuff that she believed to be true or not. She found out on her own, honestly. So this is a real gender studies. So check it out.
Nora, as Ned, also went on about 30 dates with women, mostly arranging them on the internet.
You know, I gotta stop it every now and then because copyrights, and which is BS because it's legally it falls under what do they call that? I forget. But you can use clips for fair use. You can use clips if you're using it to for a discussion or a review or something like that. But Mama YouTube normally takes the side of the big corps.
Did you have any fun?
Rarely.
It was just an
pretty
ordeal.
Unpleasant. Yeah.
She says the pressure of Ned having to prove himself was grueling.
There you go. Now she's not a man, so she's not telling a lie. She's not taking sides. This is what she experienced undercover as a man.
Nora was surprised that many women had no interest in a soft, vulnerable man.
My prejudice was that the ideal man is a woman in a man's body.
There you go. She came in there prejudiced. But as my grandfather said, I'm gonna learn you, boy. So she learned.
And I learned, no, that's really not. There are a lot of women out there who really want a manly man.
Oh,
there you go. So, what is he saying that's a lie? They like that. It's just the way it is. Here we go. More propaganda. If left unchecked, human rights groups and policy experts can point to what typically comes next. There is a clear pipeline between misogynist content and larger channels of hate documented by the Anti-Defamation League and similar groups. Such philosophies have inspired a rising rate of deadly violence. Combating this dangerous phenomenon requires muscles on multiple fronts in the U.S. and across the world. Organizations are turning to technology and teaching methods to show young men and boys a better path. In other words, they're showing you the punk path. That's what they want you to be, a punk. Because none of this stuff is true. Again, there's no main channel promoting violence. You know, and you watch my videos, I'll tell you, don't try to own no woman. I went to the Old Man Brown School of Women. And Old Man Brown said, I ain't trying to own no dumbass. The B word. So what the F I look like trying to own some dumbass B's. They gonna do what they want to do anyway. A woman gonna be a woman. We'll just be good friends. Now, he said it talking, you know, in a joking way, but his logic is sound. I'm not trying to own no chicks, man. That's what drives you to do crazy stuff. I can't believe she slept around behind my back. You know, you find out your girl is getting plowed. Yes, there's going to be a degree of pain. Leave her alone. Walk away. You'll find your new woman. There's more of them than there are of you. You don't need her. Be gone. They always talk about you don't need no man. Well, you should feel the same way. To a degree. This is why I say have hobbies and make sure you have, you roll with a good pack of men, pack of wolves. That way when you run into this stuff, you have something to fall back on. Now, your whole life is not built around some chick. Because they could leave you at any moment. You might go to the supermarket one day and have one of these Guinevere moments.
Here is Arthur's greatest knight, come to escort you to the king.
So don't put too much of your heart into a woman. Or as my mother used to say, don't love no woman more than you love yourself. That's straight game right there. Stopping the hate before it starts. It's not hate. This is the propaganda right here. So teaching men to invest in themselves, don't get wrapped up into chicks like that. Be more assertive is hate. That makes no sense. Matter of fact, let's look at the word hate. To feel a strong dislike for a hostility toward. To feel dislike, let's open this up. Intense hostility and aversion, usually deriving from fear, anger, or a sense of injury, extreme dislike or disgust, a systematic and especially politically exploited expression of hatred, often used before another noun, object of hate. To feel extreme enmity towards or regard with active hostility. None of this stuff even fits what we're talking about. None of this fits what people in the manosphere is talking about. All they do, they're pointing out how women actually act on dates, how they act towards men, and you get accused of hatred. And the lady Norma, who undercover as a man, she said the exact same thing. It's bad on men. So does she hate women? And if you watch the video, and I'm going to link it, she says that she liked female privilege better than male privilege. And this is a lesbian woman. She's not pro-man. She's not anti-woman. All the stuff that she believed in was dispelled when she went undercover. So you can watch the video. Check it out yourself. Anyways, guys, I'm not going to read through the whole article. You can read through it yourself. Because it's a bunch of propaganda. They're talking about hate. Nobody's talking about hate. Nobody's talking about hate chicks, this and that. What the manosphere is trying to teach is not to become a victim of what's going on in Western society today. Because the women aren't like they were back in the 50s. You know, your mama, how your mama and your grandmama was, that stuff is gone. And this is why the Passport Brothers came into existence. Expats. However you want to frame it. People are brothers and, white guys, everybody, are going overseas looking for women from cultures that don't promote this anti-man stuff. Or where the laws don't favor women, where you get a divorce and they can take you to the bank. That's another thing they don't talk about. How many men end up homeless because of child support? And you can look it up. Look up the stats. The marriage rates have plummeted. We have the lowest marriage rates in what's 150 years since they started keeping track. The lowest marriage rates. Dudes are up to the game. The laws need to be adjusted. If they want marriage and families to occur, then they're going to have to change the law. This whole child support thing, the default should be 50-50. A parent should have to relinquish their rights to the child before the other person gets a larger share of custody or a full custody. That should be the default. 50-50, no child support. No alimony, none of that stuff. Alimony is for rich housewives, somebody that was a housewife. And even that should be limited until, I would say, a year tops, but she's got to go out and get a job. And none of this, she gets a payment until she gets married. So, of course, she's not going to get married again. She's going to sit there and drain you dry. So, no, they need to fix that. But anyways, guys, you can read through this stuff. And it's BS. Straight up. So, gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up. Brethren, like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you fellas on the next video. Peace.